Now, the first query we will learn is create. How to create a table. Now, to create a table, you have a query called create query. Create query is used to create a table. Now, the syntax goes like this: create table, and then you will have the table name. Create table, table name. And then in the next line, you will be writing all the fields which you want. So let's say you want to create a table called student. Okay, you have in mind a table called student with the student ID, the student name, and the student age. Okay, this is the table you want to create. You have student ID, student name, and student age. This is what you want to do. So what you have to write here is you write the name, and then you will write all the fields, or you can even call it fields or attributes or whatever. You will first write attribute 1 and the data type of that, comma. The next line, you will write attribute 2, the data type of that, and so on. How many ever attributes you will have, you will go on writing. So this is the simplest way in which you can create a table. So let's create a table. So I will write create table. So what is my table name? I'll have a table name called student. I'll open up a bracket. All your queries, you should end it up with a semicolon. And then what is my first attribute? My first attribute is student ID. I can go for varchar. See, varchar itself, you have varchar 2 or whatever. Go for whichever you want. Let's say I'll give varchar 5. The second one is what? Student name. So I'll give student underscore name. Varchar 2, let me give a bigger space for that. 10. And then I even have age. Age, let's say age will always be a number. Number 4. Yeah. So this is how I will be creating a table. Create table. These are keywords. These are keywords. This is, you can give any table name provided you do not have such a table name there in your database. Attribute 1, the data type, attribute 2, the data type, and so on. Then what you will do is you will copy from here. You will copy from here, come to your SQL, and then simply right click. Simply right click. You need not paste or anything. Simply right click. It will be automatically copied. You will have a table created. Okay. So this is how you create a table.
Ma'am.
You will want to see how the table looks. Okay. Now, to see the structure of the table or the description of a table, you do have a query called desk. D-E-S-C, description. Okay, it's very easy to remember. To see the description of a table, you will have a query called desk. Okay, so I'll just simply type over here desk. What is my table name? My table name is student. So I'll copy this, Control C, simply come over here, right click. Okay, so this is what I have. I created a student ID, varchar 2 of 5, student name, which has got a varchar 2 of 10, and age, which has got a type of number. This, you have a field called here null. Don't worry about that. We will learn about that after some time. To see the content or the rows or to get the queries, you do have a query called select. The select is a very, very important query. You do have something called select, and this is the syntax of select. You will write over here what all attributes you want. Okay, what all attributes you want from the table name. From table name, where you will be giving a condition. So this is the format of a select query. If you want to see things inside, select attribute 1, 2, whatever you want from table name, where condition, out of which this condition is optional. This condition is optional. Okay. Now, if you want all the attributes in the table, okay, now look here, this particular table, you do have 3 attributes, ID, name, and age. If you want all the attributes, you need not give each attribute one by one. You can simply use star. Star means everything. Star means everything. So, you know, I can give select star from student, which means, you know, select all the columns. Attribute is nothing but column. Okay, I'll just copy this over here. I'll paste it over here. Copy it. Okay, no rows selected simply because I do not have data inside my table. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to insert data into the table. We need to stuff in data. Okay, you do have something called student. Now you need to add a few rows. Now let's see the very important thing. How do you insert data into a table? Now, to insert data, you have a query called insert. Insert into table name. Insert into table name values. Okay, here you will give attribute 1, attribute 2, etc. You'll go for the easy one. You need not do it like this. Directly give value 1, value 2, and so on. And then end it up with a semicolon. So let's see. So we do have a table called student. Insert into student. Insert into student values. Okay, and the first field you have is student ID. So I'll write, let's say, S1. The next what you have is name. Okay, so when you do it like this, whatever you write first will go into the first field. Whatever you write second will go into the second field, and so on. Okay, so I'm writing S1 and net, and the age, I can give the age called 21. Now, something you need to keep in mind over here is, look here, student ID is varchar2. Okay, name is also varchar, age is a number, which means, you know, S1, it should be in single quotes. And net, it should also be in single quotes. 21, it is okay. Because it is a number, I need not put it in quotes. I'll copy it. I'll paste it over here. They're telling me 1 row created. The same way, I will have another. Let's see. Akhil, whose age is, let's say, 25. I'll copy this. I'll paste it over. 1 more created. I'll put in 1 more. Atul, let's say 23. I'll copy this. I will put it over here. So, you know, I created 3 rows. I put in 3 rows. Now, I want to see what all is there in my table. Okay, I want to see the contents, this particular thing. I inserted data. Now I want to see the content of my table. To see the content of the table, you will be using the select query. So I just put this select query over here. Select star from student. Okay. So now I can see the content of my table. Student ID, I do have S1. Name. So this is how I entered it. This is how I entered S1 and H21, S2 up till 25, S3 up till 23. So now this is how I entered it and I see it as it is. So when I mean by select star, it means I will be seeing all my columns. I just have 3 columns over here. If you remember, I just have 3 columns. Select star means it means all the columns. Select star. Star means everything, all the columns. I can be very specific. I can write. Select. I want to see only the student ID. So I'll write STD ID from student. Okay, if I want to see only the student ID, I will copy this and sorry. If you select something over here, that will be on a clipboard as well. Look here, out of this, I am seeing only the student ID. Okay, imagine I want only student name. I want only the student name and what age. I want only the student name and age. Mind you, see when you write these column names, table names and all, it should be exactly as the same as the structure. Like here if you give NME, you will get an error. It should be just as you have it. Imagine I do this. I will get an error because they're not able to identify. They are not able to identify NME. Why? Because I created it as NAME. So you should give a bit of focus on all these kind of things. Your way, your column names, it should be exactly the same how you created it. Let's copy this. I'll come over here. I get only the name and age. So you can be selective. You can be selective. If you're not selective, you can be giving star so that all the columns are there. If you're very selective that you want only the name and the age, you can give it ST name, comma, age, and so on. You can even give a condition. You can even give a condition. If you remember, you gave a where condition. Where is a keyword? Okay. So I'll just do a bit of magic over here. Imagine I want the students whose age is greater than 22. Okay. If you look over here, greater than 22 means I have only Akhil and Atul. Okay. So select all the columns from student, all the columns from student whose age is greater than 22. So let's see what happens. I'm copying and pasting it over here. Okay. So greater than 22, Anuj doesn't qualify. I have only Akhil and Atul. Okay. Here I can give where student ID is equal to. Okay, I'm giving another condition. I want, find out the name. I want to find out who's having the student ID 1. Very simple. You have your NCA roll numbers here. I want to quickly find out from the database which student has the roll number MCA 616. Okay, so I just want to know the name. I don't want all this history. So I simply give away a name from which table, from the student table. And what is my condition? I just want to find out the ID. So I'll copy this. I'll paste it over here. Student, okay, it's not name, it is SP underscore. Isn't it? SP underscore name. You don't have a student called S1. The small S1. It is small S1, not capital S1. So you should be giving attention to all these stuff. Okay. Small S1. It is a string, no? So case sensitivity is there. S1. Yeah. And it has S1. The ID S1. You do have details in your student table. Now, I'm feeling Annette. I somehow don't want Annette in my table. I want to do away with Annette. That particular row, I want to delete it away. Okay, I want to delete off a row in a table. So this is how you delete. You have a query called delete. Okay, delete from table name where condition. Okay, so this is how you write the delete query. Delete from table name. So delete from which? From my student table. What is the condition? I very well know what I should be doing. I have this name called Annette. So I want to delete off Annette. So you should be very clear. Student name. It should be same as it is over here. st_name. This Annette. It should be same as this Annette. I don't have an E over there. If I give an E, I will get an error. Annette. Okay. So delete from student. From this particular table, delete away the row where student name is equal to Annette. Okay. So I'll copy this. I'll paste it over here. They're telling me one row is deleted. They're telling me one row is deleted. You can use the up arrow in your SQL. Up arrow will give you the just previous line which you have written. Okay. Delete star from student. Now in my table, I no longer have Annette. Annette is deleted away from my table. So to delete specific row or many rows, I can even give away here where age is greater than 20. Okay. Now tell me in the chat box, write. If you give this particular query, how many rows will be deleted from your table? Now let's say you are not very specific. You are not very specific. You want to delete all the rows in the table. You want to delete all the rows. You don't have any condition. Whatever is there in your table, delete it away. Whatever is in your table, delete away. So simply give delete from table name. Don't give any condition. You don't have any condition. You just want to delete off everything. Whatever is there, delete it. So you simply write delete from student. Okay, so no condition, nothing. Whatever is there in your table, you will be deleting it away. So let's just get this query over here. Delete from student. They're telling me all the details in student have been deleted away. I do not have anything in my table. If you give a select query over here, select from student. I went wrong in my table name. That is why that error came up. They're telling me such a table does not exist. You don't have a table which is with this particular spelling. NP, I give an enter, no rows selected. Okay, I don't have any rows selected because look, there is nothing in my table. But if you look over here, if you look into the description of the table, the description is very well over there. I don't have anything inside my table, but the table structure still remains. The structure isn't gone. Very simple. You do have a room which is empty, but you have the room. You have a room with a ceiling, floor, roof, cupboards and all that, but all the cupboards in your room are empty. So even though you delete away all the details or all the rows from a table, the structure of the table will still remain. Now, if you want to do deleting all rows together with the structure of the table, what can we do? Earlier we saw that, even though you deleted away all the rows, that structure still remains, isn't it? Even though you deleted away all the rows, you have no rows in your table, the structure of the table still remains. Now, to delete off all the content in the table plus the structure of the table, you do have a query called drop. Okay, so you simply write drop table, and then of course end it up with a semicolon. So now what I'm planning to do is I am planning to drop the structure called student. Okay, now look here, very carefully. I do have a table structure and I do have 2 rows in my table. Now the moment I use the drop table query, okay, they're dropping the table, which means, select star from student. They're telling me such a table does not exist. So what happened here is, together with the rows, I even deleted away the structure. Okay, so let's see whether the structure still remains. Desk student. They're telling such a thing does not exist. Why? Because I dropped the table. If you drop the table, all the rows together with the structure goes away. But if you use delete, only the rows will go away. The structure, it will still remain.